really full plate today, so I'm going to get right into it. And what we are talking, our subject today is steady weight, question mark, big challenge, exclamation mark. Most of us have a constant battle with our weight. I am included. Many people think that I am naturally slender. That is not true. Many times I have been up 10, 12, 15 pounds, and that wasn't when I was pregnant. So it is a constant battle for me. So we're going to have a quick review. This is the last of a three-part series on designing our own personal wellness to age gracefully. The first video, we talked about the way we eat. Why is this such a challenge for all of us? Well, we talked about our lifestyle, being too busy, too tired to cook. What do we cook? Mindless eating in the car, at our laptop, all that. So there was a lot more in that first series. Also, we talked about who talks to you. Where are you getting your information? We discussed our doctors, how heavy their med school curriculum is, and the average is 2.9 hours of nutrition or healthy eating or whatever lifestyle their whole medical career. We also said it's not their fault. Their curriculum is loaded. So where do we get our information? We need to be proactive. It's out there. I have a lot of it in my book. There's a lot of it online, but we need to look for it and learn. It's lifelong learning. We all are that. The second series, we talked about why there is a need, in my humble opinion, for supplements. I'm a big advocate of supplementing our daily food amounts. My mom was a big vitamin, mineral supplement person, and of our four, Bob's parents, my mom and dad, she was the only one that had very few health issues. And of course she ate healthy and she walked and all that. But still, she really dug in to figure out what to do. And I'm very blessed by that role model. We talked about our food supply and the way they farm today and our depleted soil. We talked about food storage and cold storage, and how that leaches out vitamins and minerals. And the third, and to me the most prevalent reason for supplements, none of us get everything we need every day. And when our doctors tell us, just eat healthy, you don't need supplements, hello, who does eat everything all day? So that was a brief of those part one and part two. Now part three, we are talking about three things today. What is needed, best food plans, and what to cook. I will speak quickly to get everything in and not take a lot of your time. However, my blog post this weekend at mitzibeach.com, under blogs, I will be doing a recap of this. I will be providing many links and the sources from whence I got a lot of my information. U.S. News, Mayo Clinic, where else I got my information. So that'll all be posted. So let's get started on what is needed. Number one, don't roll your eyes, but it's a healthy attitude. Unless we decide to do it and work at it, we're spitting at the wind. It's just not going to materialize. We have to make the choice. And the theory is, this is not original with Mitzi Beach, if we are too busy to take care of ourselves, we are just too busy. And that's directed at moi also. Why not wait until January when everyone is doing a new healthy eating exercise? The gyms are always packed in January, and then, you know, not so much come February, March, right? There's 2 months left in this year, and I believe these 2 months could be the most important to start eating healthy, so that you don't go into Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all the parties and well, there may not be that many this year, but nevertheless, already at your highest or way over your highest. I'm encouraging you to start now. Why not? Why wait? I also want to touch on what I had mentioned in the announcement of this post, is that yes, every decade it gets more challenging. I'm here to tell you that. I work at it hard, and it gets harder. So this is a reason, you 50-year-olds, 60s, get it going now. And if you're in my decade, don't give up. There's nothing that's not possible if we work at it and keep at it. There's just too many people that have been successful doing just that. But remember, starts with a healthy attitude. Okay, so what are the best food plans? Well, I'll give you this link in my blog post, but according to US News, they rated 12. And the top, I'm sure you might be able to guess it, it's the Mediterranean. That part of the world has super healthy eating habits. And that is basically fruits, vegetables, olive oil, seafood, lean proteins. And I don't really follow exact Mediterranean diet, but I do try to stay as close to clean eating as I can. I gave you all a video on clean eating. Also, I will read what the Mayo Clinic says. The Mayo Clinic, and I'll give you this link on the blog post, gives examples how to cook clean eating. There's cookbooks galore on clean eating. But basically, it says the fundamentals of clean eating encourage you to consume more whole foods, such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats, and limit the highly processed snack foods that we all love, sweets, and other packaged foods. Learn more about how to eat clean. This is Mayo talking. So one of the ways that I have heard many experts, nutritionists, and so forth say is to shop the outer aisles of the grocery store. There's very few packaged, highly processed foods there. There are some, but it's in the middle where we get into trouble, or we get tempted. So the best food plans, the Mediterranean, and then clean eating is what I am a proponent of. However, my secret to keeping my weight down is I follow my 80-20 rule. I am a foodie. I love to cook and I love to eat. And life is about fellowship and food, right? Whether it's going out to dinner or holidays or special occasions. I don't know how to stick to a strict plan without any leeway there. So 80% of the time I'm doing my shtick, And 20% of the time, I'm going out for ice cream. I'm having dessert. I'm enjoying my favorite food, pizza. And so that keeps me from feeling deprived. But the secret is then to get back on the plan. And if we blow it, so what? Everybody blows it. We just get back. But the thing is to get back. Not to go, oh well, I've already blown it, what difference does it make? I'm just gonna give this up for a few months. A few months can be very sabotaging. Most of us know what that's like. I also am not gluten-free, but I do really watch the carbs, because carbs, some whole grains are healthy, give us energy and whatnot, but mostly carbs are not our friend. And they end up going into the glycemic part of the carbs as sugar, and that goes right to our tummies and other places that aren't so pretty. So I do the wellness guide for myself. I try to think about what I'm having every day. And this is about steady maintaining your weight. It is possible, but it's going to take some effort. Nothing in life really matters, does it? That is just there and we don't give it any effort. It matters what our weight is for our overall health. It's not about being a size 6 or 8 or 4 or whatever. This is about maintaining health. But on the flip side, we feel better. We also have a better self, just our countenance. We feel like we're not shallow people, but we know when we look good, we feel better. End of story. I developed this wellness guide, and if you want this, message me. And if we have, for those of you that have given us your email, you already have it. Excuse me. If we don't have your email, this is not in your possession. It's a free download. And the reason I did this is because when we say limit carbs, what does that mean? Sugars? How much protein do we need? This tells us. And as we age, it's more apparent that we need higher levels of protein, not lower. And I did a whole series on protein and protein deficiencies, so I would highly recommend that you go back and review that. But basically, proteins are our building blocks. We do not store them. Our bodies need protein every day. So the recommended amount for those that are over 50, 60, 70 is 70 grams. For other people, it's like 40. But for athletes and us older kids, it's higher. That's why lifelong learning is so important. Just having toast and coffee in the morning for breakfast will not cut it. We really need the protein first thing in the morning to keep our triglycerides or glycemic level stabilized. Only protein will do that. All right. I wanted to give you some information on why I believe it's important to keep track. I love carbs, but they're, like I said, they're not my friend. So I had toast for breakfast, and then I had, so that was already, I'll show you how many carbs that is. And then you add your lunch, and then you add your dinner. And it's so challenging to keep to 80 grams of carbs. I will show you why. This is a healthy bread, and as far as breads go, and it has no artificial colors, preservatives, no added nonsense, it says. That means no high fructose sugar syrup, and that is definitely we try to avoid. And it's in practically everything. Anything that ends in ORS, sucralose, all of those are not nice sugars. Our bodies do not like them, and they don't give them up very easy. But anyway, one slice of this bread, you all, is 19 grams of carbs. Yikes. So that's almost a fourth of what we should have a day. Crackers. I love Grunch. That's why it was like keto from Mitzi is not really going to work. And I know the benefits. I hear people rave about it. But we have to find what works for us in order to stay on it and maintain it. Not year after year, but decade after decade. So 6 crackers, my friends, is 20 grams of carbs. So almost 20 for a piece of toast, 20 more for 6 crackers. Holy cow. See how it just ching, 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 ching for our day? Now, cereal. 1 cup of this cereal is 34 grams. So just beware. Now, I wanted to talk about our sugars. The hidden sugars are really our enemy for aging gracefully and aging healthy. I was just researching for you all, and there was something that came up about Starbucks coffee on the American Heart Association site, okay? I was like, wow. So I checked that out. Now, mind you, to keep a healthy weight and a healthy lifestyle daily, our sugar should be no more than 30 grams. And we learn how many grams we're getting a day by reading labels or just learning and remembering. I know the amount of egg whites I get in the morning is like 9 grams, and for a fourth a cup of egg whites. I just do that so much I know it. But I had to continually figure it out and then remember it. Starbucks, okay. How you know how much sugar, like for teaspoons, is you divide it by 4. So one of my favorites is chai tea with 2% milk is 42 grams. If I divide that by 4 of sugar, I'm having 10 teaspoons of sugar in my chai tea. But that's not really so bad. Well, it is bad because I'm already over my 30 grams for the day. But if I look at their holiday drinks, and I will have this on my site Saturday on the blog post. The highest one is their Grande gingerbread coffee frappuccino, even with skim milk, is 68 grams of sugar. Right there in that one drink is over twice as much as you need. I read somewhere where that was equivalent to 6 Krispy Kreme donuts. So the reason it's so important to know what you're eating and drinking so that we don't undermine all of our really positive habits that we're trying to build and maintain. So the next thing is we were talking about the best food plans. Eating 3 meals a day is so wise. Our bodies, when we skip a meal, cause it to go into this fat starvation mode, and it's holding on to these calories, and it's, lots of science there. But basically, you make it hard to burn calories. And I am not a proponent of one meal a day. I have kept my blood work, myself moving and grooving by 3 meals a day, but it's what those meals consist of. Therefore, I am offering for 1 week only a free downloadable chapter, a free download of a digital chapter 14, which is easy cooking and smart plans with, easy cooking and eating plans with design smarts. If I don't have your email, make sure if you want this free download, let me have it. Give it to me. We're all on Facebook. You can message me and just say free chapter. And also for those that don't have the wellness guide, if you give your email, we will have both of these to you if you wish. All right, so 3 meals a day I was discussing. That's really the basics. And again, it's not what we don't eat as much as when we eat it and what it composes of. One thing that's kind of hard for people to get their head around is fasting. Our bodies restore and re-regulate and all that when there's not food constantly in our bodies that our bodies have to assimilate and process. So it is recommended that we have a fast 12 to 15 hours daily. So we eat, we're done by 6:30, and so 6 maybe, and therefore I don't eat until, I'm usually, I'm up early, like 6 in the morning when I have something. But that is really healthy. Late snacks and eating like 10, 11 o'clock at night or evening, that really is like shooting ourselves in the foot, because those snacks are usually what? High carb, high sugar. And so it's going to trigger the triglycerides, our glycemic level, all kinds of not so good stuff. So I'm giving you my secrets, my hints for you to decide what you will do and what you will not do. What to cook. As I mentioned, the free download for the chapter 14. And if you have my book, read chapter 14. It will help you a lot. So what to cook? I am a keep it simple sister kind of cook. And I'm also a healthy cook, 80% of the time. So tonight we are having grilled chicken breasts, and there's enough there that we cook once, have a couple meals. If we don't want to grill outside, there's a zillion easy chicken recipes that do not require a lot of time and a lot of ingredients. I am such a keep it simple sister cook, but healthy, keep it simple. And I have a couple zucchini and the last of the fresh tomatoes. So I'm going to do a stir fry zucchini and fresh tomatoes in olive oil. We had company, and I did some dipping oil. It has balsamic, olive oil, little Parmesan. And so I will saute these vegetables in that. When they're done, have a little Parmesan on top. Done. It takes, this much time. And it's healthy. And then another one of my secrets is I like a skosh, a little something sweet after a meal to top. I'm done. So my son Brian was saying, I might have mentioned this before, that he's not a big sweet eater either, but he likes something. So he'll grab a few chocolate chip cookies, you know, the dark chocolate. And I have, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon or something of those. And after dinner or while I'm doing dishes or whatnot, that just tops it off. I'm done. And then that's it till the next morning. So again, I'm telling you what I do, and maybe you will share with us some of your secrets on how you are winning the weight battle. Before we close, I wanted to mention that Facebook has changed again. I no longer can see how many of you have seen my posts. It will post the views, but there's no way I can know which one of you have watched. For me to evaluate whether to keep moving forward with my videos, it's really necessary for me to know who has seen what posts so I can evaluate what's valuable. Even if you don't want to comment, if you can just like, I would be so appreciative to, like what I said, know what and whom is watching. I'm considering doing YouTube Mitzi's Meals, just setting up what I'm doing here over by the cooktop and showing you how I do a lot of my 1, 2, 3 easy peasy healthy cooking. If you're interested in that, it would help me also to let you know if you are. So this concludes our 3 Designing Personal Wellness for Aging Gracefully for the 50 plus. I hope this has been really motivating, encouraging, and helpful for you all to move forward into being. Remember our motto, we want to be more for ourselves so we can do more for others. All right, see you next time.